like to welcome all of our fans on Maritime Athletic Profile watching the game online. Before the opening face-off, the Wolves Lacrosse Association will honor the Creators Game by presenting the acknowledgement of Mi'kmaq territory and the Mi'kmaq honor song. Please, if you're able, rise and take off your headgear. Direct your attention to the flags at the entrance into the arena for the acknowledgement and the honor song.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand. Prior to the singing of our national anthem, the ECJLL would like to acknowledge that the land on which we gather is the ancestral and unceded territory of the Mi'kmaq people. Acknowledging that we are in Mi'kmaq, the traditional ancestral territory of the Mi'kmaq people, is a way of showing respect for and honoring our shared history and shared treaty relationship. Our relationship based on peace and friendship. It is very important that we continue to recognize our shared Please, you're able to remain standing for presentation of vote count.
And with that, welcome everyone. It's game day in the Den. We're here in Lower Sackville, Nova Scotia for tonight's affair for the Sport Wheels Sackville Wolves Junior A Lacrosse Club is welcoming the Mi'kmaq Warriors in town for tonight's affair. Both teams coming in with 1-win records. The Sackville playing one extra game. Mi'kmaq coming off a huge win last weekend. Their first win actually ever in franchise history over the Dartmouth squad. So they're looking to build on that. And they have quite the rivalry between these two squads. Starting goaltenders here for tonight's affair. We got number 29, Connor Hatte, between the pipes for Mi'kmaq, and 200 feet across from him, we got number 1, Zach Malcolm for the Wolves. We'll see what these two teams have in store for us this evening. Great crowd here on this Tuesday evening as they bring it here to the center. And with that, we are off. The Wolves controlling the draw. Gonna get the offense on the floor. After that face-off, they'll slow things down here a little bit. Obviously, striking first in tonight's affair would be crucial. They hands it off there. Here's Hollett. Josh Hollett with his first touch. He's looking to try to find some room on that outside. Gets taken down, but makes a pass. There's the first shot, and they score! So takes the hit to make the play as he hands it off to his good buddy, number 10, Matt McCarron, and he makes no mistake. We're early into this one, just 24 seconds, and we get our first goal of this campaign. We see here on the replay, you see Hollett taking it to that far post, gets taken down, but from his backside, makes that pass, and McCarron wide open, makes no mistake as he's able to find the back of the twine, and just like that, 1-0, we'll bring it back to center, wait for the official goal call, of course, from our timekeeper's box area, but right off that, here's the Wolves again with another face-off win, and it's Ty Wheatley going to bring the ball up. Looking to set up, trying to use that pick, hands it off a little bit too far there that time for Monroe. As Monroe looking for it off the backboards. Mi'kmaq trying to find it as well. Big battle along the boards. You got 3 white jerseys, 2 blues. And it's going to go off. Mi'kmaq out of play, so the Wolves are going to retain possession. And setting up in behind. Now they blow the whistle right to go off top. Here's Wheatley, Ty Wheatley. Moves it over now. As they try to set things up. There's a steal, but getting it right back is going to be McCarron. Now they look to set up. Only 20 seconds to go on the shot clock. There's a shot from far out as Wheatley gets that one on goal, but Hattie able to make that save. The Warriors will bring the ball up. Lost the handle for a second. Now they try to get over, and they're going to run out of time. I thought it was going to be a time violation, but no, it's going to be a slashing call. So it was going to be the 10-second bringing up over half. And as that whistle goes, now we're going to get a penalty. The first penalty of this campaign is going to go against the Wolves, and it's number 4, Cooper Monroe. It's 4 minutes up on the clock. I believe the first 2 for slashing and the next 2 on the misconduct as he got teed up. So right after the Wolves score first, now the Warriors right on the power play here. The chance maybe 2 times. And that first shot from outside misses the intended target as ripping that one was Ferguson. And on my list, we got 2 number 66, and they're both Fergusons. One's Rowan. They're both Rowans, just with different spellings. We'll keep an eye on that one there as we listen for the penalty call. So it was 2 minutes slashing and unsportsmanlike to Monroe. Now short-handed. Here's the Wolves with the ball. Along the far boards, McCarron. Going to hand that off. As he's looking there for Hollett. Hollett still, as he gets back, knocks that one out of the stick and retains. So look to kill as much time as they can here. About 3:10 remaining on the penalty. Look to hand it off. It's still loose. McCarron with it again. And trying to get that shot through. And this one's got to bounce and up and out of play. Mi'kmaq will hold. They'll bring it up as they look to set up. As Banbury hands it off. Now on that far side, the Warriors trying to set things up. They're up top. Here's Ferguson. Moves it over down to Morash. Zach Morash having a little look. Back over to Ferguson. Now the far side, they switch spots. Trying to walk in, look for a shot. And there's their first real big test for Malcolm. Getting that big body. Maybe a chance here short-handed, trying to get free. Here's Captain Puma couldn't quite get free there as he looked to bring it all the way up. 2:20 to go now here in the power play. Mi'kmaq with the ball. Down that far corner. Wolves looking to set the box up. Warriors swinging it around the outside now, trying to find a lane. Looking to go from that far corner, a little bit too far for Giles. That name might sound familiar as well, as Mi'kmaq has a few Sackville players, and that's one of them, number 55, Griffin Giles. The other one be number 88, Jack McMillan. So we'll keep an eye on those two, as they know this barn really well for a lot of years playing under the Wolves banner. Up top now, looking for a shot, and ripping that shot was McMillan. We just talked about him, but the save's made as he gets all tied up. Rebounds controlled here by the Wolves. They bring it back up. A minute 35 to go in Monroe's penalty. Here's Wheatley. Wheatley looking to put some moves on. Trying to force him to the wall now. 10 seconds to go in the shot clock. Trying to get free. Looking to spin to the inside. You got two players right on top of him now. And as he's falling down, takes that shot. And there's the referee's arm up. And high sticking is going to be the call. And it's going to go against the Warriors as Wheatley going 1-on-2 there, trying to get to the high slot. But taking the high stick call, it's going to be number 25, Logan Harrett. So 4-on-4 for a minute 16, and the Wolves will head in the power play. And looking to set things up now, here's Wheatley. Wheatley moves around. As you see on the other side of the screen there, McKay gets taken down. Now walking in, looking for some room, trying to walk in. Not knowing where the ball was. McCarron was looking for a second of the evening, but just getting a piece of that was Hattie. And now the rebound scooped up by the Warriors. They're going to bring it back up over half. Hands it off for the offense. Looking to set up here now. It's going to be Morash. Morash swings it right back up top. For Holland, Justin Holland. He moves over to McMillan. McMillan looking down Main Street, and they're quickly converting on him. Where the Wolves making no room. Now taking the player down against the wall as it walked in. And as the shot clock's going to go on that one. So turnover. Wolves will take it. 20 seconds to go, 4-on-4. As they hand it off. It's going to be a newcomer to the team as there's a trade made, I believe, as I heard from Mr. Steve Brown just over the weekend. And that's going to be Cameron Waite, who I believe was traded from Mi'kmaq. So for a second-round draft pick, what we were told. Power play now here for the Wolves is coming on as Monroe. He comes out, he's just firing. And that one's going to hit a body in front. Mi'kmaq will take possession. 30 seconds to go in the power play. And there's Holland trying to sneak up from behind. And he knocked the ball loose. Both teams looking for it now. As Puma along the wall, got to keep his head up in the big collision there at center. Wolves have it. Here's Monroe. Monroe trying to sidestep. He likes to come back. Now he heads over to Hollett. Hollett on the far side. He comes up top to Wheatley. Wheatley and McCarron. Now it's McCarron trying to fool everybody with that little trick play up top there. Shot gets through. Hattie makes the save. Penalty's over. Back to 5-on-5. As bringing the ball up the floor. It's number 61. I do apologize. I don't have 61 on my scorecard. We'll see if we can get that corrected during the first intermission. But walking down that far side was going to be Wilcox. Lucas Wilcox looking for some room. Couldn't quite get anything. Here comes the Wolves. As handing that one off is going to be Puma. Gives it now here to Kennedy. Nolan Kennedy trying to come off. A little give and go now as he gives it to McKay. It's a little bit too low for him as he has to regroup with it in the corner. He comes up top. Wheatley. He swings it over to the far side. Now back up top for McKay. McKay couldn't quite squeeze that one there, and it comes back over. That's going to be a turnover on possession. As you approach almost 7 minutes gone here in the first shot with a blast, with the Wolves scoring just 26 seconds in. And we had a couple power plays, but still just sitting here at 1-0. Mi'kmaq on the offense, looking to try to set something up. Bodies moving around everywhere. As Holland trying to get in tight there, and the shot's made by Ferguson. Another save from Malcolm. Rebounds picked up by the Warriors, though, as they come back up top with it. Griffin, Giles. He hands it off on that far side. You can hear the save from up here as McMillan fired that one there. I should say McMillan, 3 games in, 8 goals, 2 assists. So he's leading his team in goals as their rookie. As the Wolves come back up, they're on the offense now. Here's Wheatley. We see so often anchoring everything, moving around up top. Now McCarron on that far side. Matt McCarron trying to find a lane. Does, walks right in, and just like he did to start the game, does it again. Number 10, Matt McCarron, scoring his second of the evening, making it 2-0. Made a nice move to get to the inside. Then it was just him and the goaltender, and he made no mistake, giving them that much room. As you see here on the replay, lowers the shoulder, cuts inside, finds some daylight, and puts it home. And we'll bring it back here to center. 12:18 to go, first period. 2-0 now for the Sport Wheels Wolves. Big battle there at center. Wolves control another draw. Bringing it up is going to be Puma, who gives it over to Wheatley. Wheatley walks over here to McCarron. Could it be the net? And no, just that close. Would have been a natural hat trick, but a big save by Hattie. As he makes the save, you can hear, as we're right behind the bench of the Wolves, you can hear them saying he couldn't believe he missed on that opportunity for the natural hat trick. Now here's the Warriors now, trying to set up. They hand off the far side, trying to walk in, one-hander, and getting that shot through. It deflected. I believe it went up into the netting as it went off. And they're going to say Wolves ball as we're listening to the official goal call. So Wheatley and Hollick getting the assist there on McCarron's goal. Now it's Monroe. Carter Monroe. He looks for a shot. He fires that one. That misses wide, but Hollick grabs the rebound off the backboard. Trying to hand it inside. Looking in tight for a shot. This time was Waite, but Hattie with the save. Rebounds picked up by the Warriors. They bring it up quickly, over half. Looking to set up near now. Offense back on the court. Far side. Warriors need to get another player if they do. Another one-hand pass out front, trying to connect there with Giles. Going through now, a quick up and trying to find some daylight was Mott. Mott gets a stick taken out of his hand. You can hear the appreciation from the Warriors squad. As we come the other way. Coming down through. Warriors with it. Trying to set up again now. Slide over on the far side. Now, look like we're going to go back on top. He likes to keep it. Now he's behind the goal line. Trying to set up now. The Wolves defense getting it done. They got to shoot quickly. Only 2 seconds left in the shot clock from way outside. That's not going to get through. And the horn's going to go. And looking to pick it up and maybe catch it, but got to change. But here's the whistle. And he was hoping for with Santapia. And the referee said, nope, not going to let him have that one there. You can see him shaking his head. He thought he was in alone. Little bit of a chuckle as he heads back to the bench as we approach the halfway mark here in the first period. Wolves now. McKay going back to Monroe. Monroe trying to keep it out back. He's going to go back to McKay. McKay far side, McCarron. McCarron has a little look now. Using the pick. I'm going to go back to Hollett. Hollett trying to get one through and just get a piece of that was Hattie with a nice little save there. Rebounds loose. And Wheatley's going to get there first. Got to get his head up. As quickly on to him was Bouchard. Now Wheatley trying to get all the way through. The shot on the top of the crease. That's going to miss wide. And then we're going to get our first media timeout. As we'll take a short break here now. As we mentioned before, after the halfway mark of each period, we'll have a media timeout. This one's going to be brought to you by C Fort. And we'll be right back here in about 1 minute. And just like that, we're back to game action after that quick break. Goalies need a break there. And obviously, there's no spot in the back of the nets to put their water bottle, so good break for that. Warriors have possession now. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Looking to set something up is Morash. Zach Morash couldn't quite get that shot through. Now pick it up down deep in the corner is going to be Ferguson. And thank you again for the message letting us know that there is just the 166 Ferguson. We appreciate any time you can let us know if we make any mistakes. Greatly appreciate it. We do our best up here in the booth, of course, as the Wolves trying to get this ball up over half. And all kinds of pressure there from Morash, not allowing them to do that. But the Wolves do go get ahead of the clock to get over half. Now Wheatley will set things up here. There's only 12 seconds to go in their shot clock, so they're going to have to move quick. Here's Hollett. Hollett, far side. He's going to hand that off to Waite. Waite back up top, and long shot here from McKay just to get that shot on goal. But the save's made by Hattie, and looking to bring it up here and just avoiding the check was Marshall Brown as he brings the ball up. Offense back on the court here for the Warriors on that far side. Now Lucas Wilcox going to hand it off, trying to find some room. They look to set up. Ferguson makes the pass. Now from off the wall, it's going to be Holland. Jesse Holland with only 2 seconds to go. There's that long shot. Malcolm able to see that, makes the save, gobbles up the rebound. Now he's going to move the ball over, and then flying up the floor to hand that off is going to be Alex Hall. Now McCarron over to Monroe. Carter Monroe on the inside. Looked like he was going to either shoot or pass. He goes up top from McKay. McKay quickly to the far side and trying to fire that one there. But we're going to get a call as the save is made by Hattie. Another penalty. This one's going to go against the Warriors. And I believe it's going to be number 35 heading to the box. And cross-checking is going to be the call, and I apologize, it's number 25. So it's going to be Logan Harrett in the box, 7:41 to go, first period. 2-0 for the Wolves, looking to strike here on the power play. Wolves firing around the outside now, trying to set up. Here's Wheatley, a little over the back as he gives it to McKay. Wheatley, another one, this on the other side for Hollett. Josh Hollett now looking for fire from one for far out. That hit a lag in front. You can hear the appreciation from the Warriors squad. Wolves still have it as Monroe tried to dunk that on the side, short side. Now he makes the move outside. There's McCarron, but he's going to hold on to that one. He couldn't quite get the ball out. Now he gives over to McKay. McKay gets a shot through. Hattie with them to save. Rebound scooped up from the Warriors and going to try to pull his way all the way up over half. Ball's loose though as McKay knocks it out. And the offense will stay on here, and they'll stay in. New shot clock. Here's Monroe. He's going to fake the handoff to McKay. Now he gives it to Wheatley. Wheatley, Monroe. Monroe looking to fire one up there. Loses the handle, gets it back. Now McCarron. Wheatley. 10 seconds to go on the shot clock. Hands it over. McKay, he fires one. Another nice save there from Hattie. Should say shots on goal now. 15-8 in favor of the Wolves as the rebound's controlled by the Warriors. 46 seconds to go on the power play. They're going to hand that off. Looking to set up now, maybe short-handed. There's McMillan. He's going to hand it off. Gives that one to Giles. Giles moves off quickly. Only 6 seconds to go. They're just trying to hold this as long as possible. May take a long shot. And it does get on goal, but there's Malcolm with the save. Look at the new shot clock, but Wolves will bring the ball up. They have to go quickly there. They want to take advantage of the rest of this power play with only 15 seconds to go. They have a little conversation. 3 Wolves now. It's McCarron with it to Hollett. 5 seconds in the power play. Wheatley looks up top. He's got to fire one of them. And he just get a piece of that as Hattie. And then trying to get that ball before it goes over. And he knocks it back as he kept his feet on the right side of half. And was able to knock that back over to keep the ball on the offense. Only 15 seconds. Shot clock. There's Monroe. He fires one, getting that right at the old breadbasket. Now we've got the players all tied up. Referee's letting it go as Monroe was tied up with O'Connell. And now Monroe able to find a loose ball as he get handled on the wall there. Now it's loose again. Another ball drive up there as this time Monroe and Blanchard coming up the floor. But the ball's loose, coming in there and ripping that shot was McLennan. And Malcolm with another nice save. Now it's Kennedy. Nolan Kennedy waiting for the rest of the offense to come off the bench. He's going to give it to Wheatley. Wheatley now over to McCarron. McCarron to Waite. And they look for that shot short side. Doesn't make contact. Only 6 seconds to go in the shot. There's another fair shot from Kennedy, but he's going to miss that one wide. Shot clock was going to expire anyways. The ball comes all the way down to the Wolves' territory. Warriors will retain possession down deep in the corner. Whistle goes. Up top now, Giles. Slides it over. Holland. Back to Giles. Should say Giles must be called up for this game as he usually with the Junior B squad, the Griffins. At that shot there, Malcolm gets another piece. Rebounds picked up from the Wolves, but they lose it. As some good forecheck there from the Warriors. And the shot there that Malcolm gets a shoulder on. Rebound scooped up by the Warriors. They're looking to set up. Ferguson hands it over. Another shot, another save from Malcolm. For another loose ball. This time, Wolves have it. Looking to move it up quickly. They do. Trying to get in, trying to get them on a change. There's the shot as Piper gets that one on target. But Hattie there with the save. Rebounds picked up now. Here comes the Warriors back up the other way quickly. And trying to force them the other way was Mont. But able to spin off. Were the Warriors. Now on that far wall. Looking to go up top, but likes to keep it. Trying to bring it up here is Ferguson. Ferguson back up top. Giles trying to find some room. He makes the move as he tries to make the pass over to Holland. Loose ball goes to the corner. Wolves have it. And back the other way is going to be Murphy. Murphy hands it off. Here's Monroe. Monroe up top for Hollett. Hollett waits for the rest of the offense to come off the bench. They're trying to make a move. There is Waite trying to get open, and he does get open. He's by himself, looking in alone, tight. And Hattie with another big save as Hollett and Waite had a nice little play there, but the goaltender up to the task as the Warriors quickly back the other way. Looking to get all set up. Off the bench. Now to the far side. McMillan. Jack McMillan looking for a seam. He elects to shoot. He fires one. That missed on the short side. Rebound. Going to come all the way back. And will be a back over. So Wolves will take that one. That's hustling down quickly is Santerpia. He's going to pick it up in the corner, looking to set it up. As we approach 2 minutes left here in the first, McKay and McCarron. McCarron from that far side. Goes up top to Wheatley. Ty Wheatley having a look. He's looking for a seam. He fires a shot. And that save's made from Hattie. He gobbles the rebound up. He's going to hand off to the side. You see Santerpia had his stick knocked out of his hand, looking back at the referee to no avail. And the Warriors unable to get the ball up the floor quickly enough. So turnover. Wolves will retain here, minute 40 to go. And it's going to be Monroe. Monroe now looking to set up. He hands it off. Up top, McCarron. 15 seconds on the shot clock. McCarron quickly getting all over around the world, but couldn't quite get the shot on target. That's going to go out of play as he's trying to fly in front and go behind the back. Now the Warriors this time going to move quickly as they get up over half. Up top now, Morash. Zach Morash looks to set up. He's here on the short side. Looking to go one-on-one, maybe. He likes to hand off, fresh off the bench. Holland. Last minute to play here in the first. As here's McMillan trying to walk in that far side. He rips the shot, misses on the target, and that's got to bounce up out of play. Pick it up quickly. Here comes Mont. Mont in alone on the change. A nice save again, and it seems like I'm going to repeat myself here. A great opportunity there for the Wolves, but an even better save from Hattie. As this score could be a lot different. The one's for the big man between the pipes as the Warriors back the other way. A big hit there as players get taken down, and possession now to the Wolves. Slow to get up for the Warriors, but it looks like he's going to make his way to the benches. He's favoring his leg. There's number 16, McLennan. Now with only 16 seconds to go. Wolves going to hold for a last shot, and there's a chance there from McKay. He just fires it wide to try to put it over the other way. And a quick rebound. If the Warriors would go quick as they bring it up, trying to find some room. Banbury hands off, and McMillan trying to get that last shot, but not going to go. So after 20 minutes of play, shots on goal 20-13 in favor of the Wolves, and they lead by 2. We'll take a short break here, but we are going to get set up, and we're going to have an interview here with one of the Wolves players. And we'll see which one wants to talk to us. So give us a few minutes, and we'll see you on the floor here for an interview, and then we'll be back for the second period. See you right in a few. Nice one. That's a fun one. And welcome everyone. We got our first intermission interview, and tonight we have the pleasure, captain of the Sport Wheels Wolves, Cooper Puma, number 15. Looking forward to this conversation. It was a great season. Your record doesn't quite reflect how good the game's been. Some real close battles, but of course last year you guys are champs, so you guys are on the top. Everybody's looking for you. So just tell us how last year's experience winning, and then of course your expectation for this season, what we're looking at.
Yeah, no, we had a great group of guys last year. We did excellent. We wanted to, obviously, but we lost a few key pieces last year, and we're just trying to get back into the rhythm this year. And obviously they've been really tight games so far. I mean, 1-2 goal games. So yeah, we're in all these games. You just kind of got to perfect playing a full 60 minutes.
No, you guys are looking good tonight. Great squad. Hot goaltender down there right now. He's making some big saves, but there's still 40 minutes left, so lots of time for things to happen. Guys haven't played too much at home. You have a lot of success. Obviously, you started the season off here at home with a big victory. Hopefully tonight your team will do the same. Looking forward to seeing the rest of this game, and looking forward to see what the team has for the next few periods. Appreciate the time.
Thank you.
Thank you. we are back. Second period of play. Just get ready to get started. Wolves lead 2-0. They got that goal quite early to start the first from McCarron. Then they scored. McCarron got the second one as well. Shots are 20-13, also in favor of the Wolves after 20 minutes. Mi'kmaq looking to come out here to start the second strong. And, of course, we couldn't have any of this broadcast without our sponsors. And Next Level U is bringing us the second period. And with the blow of the whistle, we are on their way. And the Wolves, with another face-off win, they'll start the possession here for the second period. And again, you can listen to the players as they hit the benches. They're right behind the Wolves bench, and sometimes it's quiet. You can hear a lot. Try to walk right in there as Monroe. Couldn't come quite up with the pass. Warriors will pick it up. And their goaltender going to lose the handle there as he tries to hand that off. It's Monroe looking for it along the boards. There's a big battle there. And they're all tied up. And I believe the Wolves, and they are going to retain possession. We're still having some words right there atop the crease between Monroe. Now the Wolves trying to come off with it. It is Monroe up top. He fires one. He tried to go back on the far side. That goes off the boards and quickly the other way. And avoiding the check and coming up with some speed on that far side. Firing one. And there's Malcolm. Just gets, they're going to say no, he didn't get a piece of this one. Going to go right off the play as going for that one there with a nice individual effort. Number 21, Marshall Brown. And you can hear his teammate, especially when he avoided that check right in front of the bench. But here's the referee's arm up now as the Wolves goaltender heads towards the bench. Extra attacker on, and as Monroe walks in, he tried to fire one. That shot gets blocked, and running it down is going to be the Warriors as the whistle goes. We'll look over, I believe, trying to see the signal from the referee. I believe it was a hold. Either way, heading to the box is going to be number 10, Willem Hussey. So Wolves will head to the power play. They look to add to their 2-goal lead here. Would love to get one early in the second. And it's Wheatley, as we always see, anchoring the offense as they go around the top of the key. Trying to set things up now. There's a quick little pass looking for McCarron. He's got two. He's got the only two. And they're full of Wolves. You know what he's looking for. But he's got to hand it off to Monroe. Fires one. And you can hear the save from up here from Hattie as the ball's loose and picked up from the Warriors. Looking to bring it up here short-handed. Wolves trying to keep him from getting over. And he's going to feel the pressure to slide that down, getting it far away. So Malcolm scoops that up, hands it off. Puma. We had a great little chat with Puma there between the first and the second. We got high expectations this season, the Wolves, after winning the championship last season and only really losing a couple players, but they were key players for the Wolves. And there's a shot from McCarron and putting his body in harm's way and feeling that one there. And nobody even knew where it was. You can see him still limping. Was McLennan. A minute to go here on the power play. And there's that shot trying to beat the shot clock. They do, but the rebound is picked up from the Warriors, and they're going to look back the other way. There's McLennan, 2-on-1, short-handed, quick pass over, and couldn't quite receive that pass there. Number 90 for the Warriors, but they retain possession. 35 seconds to go in the penalty. They only got 9 seconds on their shot clock. They might try to go for a shot. They might just try to hold it out. And there is that long shot from outside. That's going to miss wide as the shot clock goes either way. Wolves pick it up with the pass a little bit too far ahead as they're trying to spring McNeil. McNeil's going to hold it in the corner. Now he hands off to McCarron. 10 seconds to go in the power play. McCarron waits for the rest of the offense to come on. As the penalized player gets ready to come into the penalty box, you back to 5-on-5. Holla trying to go cross crease. There's a quick pass and quick shot from McKay, But Hattie again with the save. Warriors trying to move it quickly, but there's Wheatley going to pick that pass off as he steps in, and he walks up. Looking for an opening, finds one, fires one, and Hattie again with the save, but there's the referee's arm up, and we're going to get a high stick call and another penalty going against the Warriors. This time heading to the box. I believe it's Hussey again comes out, goes right back in, and it is number 10, William Hussey. So Wolves will get another second opportunity here in the second period on the power play. Still leading 2-0. They try to set up top. McCarron looks for trying to use the screens. That shot goes through. He might have got a piece of his own player as I see him in row down. That shot might have hit him. He's slow to get up as the Wolves trying to find a loose ball. But the goaltender's got to find it. He's going to send it himself and pass just ahead. Couldn't quite connect with Harrod. And the Wolves will take it over. They announce the penalty. Wolves looking to set up. A minute 20 to go in the power play. 20 seconds to go in the shot clock. Up top now it's Wheatley. Ty Wheatley. He fakes a shot. Shoots, scores. Everybody looked like he was going to pass, but he takes the shot. And he gets that one by number 29. Power play marker here for the Wolves. And they now lead 3-0. You can see here, Wheatley takes his time, has a quick little look, and everybody looks, as he usually does make that pass, but this time he looks to shoot. And you can see the angle here from the goaltender. And that one just beats him cleanly underneath the arm. We'll wait for the official goal call either way. Number 23 for the Wolves, Ty Wheatley, makes it 3-0. 4:24 gone here in the second. And off that face-off draw, the Warriors control. They'll set up here for the offense. Looking to move it around. Up top now it's Ferguson. Now McMillan. Jack McMillan on the short side looking for some room. Going to try to go down low. Fires a shot. Malcolm with the save. But McMillan gets his own rebound. Now he goes up top. They start to wheel around the outside of the circle. There's another shot again. Trying to go low on Malcolm. That shot's going to miss. But they're going to say they're in the crease. They're looking for a goal. As we listen to the Wolves goal announcement, they bring the ball up the floor. So Holly going to get the assist marker there on Wheatley's power play goal. And McCarron. Back up top to Hollett. Josh Hollett now looking for some seam. He's going to slide. It's like earlier when he made the pass from him laying on the ground. He makes it another one, and it was to the same recipient, but this time McCarron unable to put it home. Rebounds picked up from the Warriors. Looking to get it up over half. They do. And it's going to be McLennan. McLennan trying to bring it all the way down. He elects to spin off. Goes to the corner. Quick pass over, fresh off the bench. Didn't hit his target, but the ball is picked up off the wall from Morash. Morash up top. Here's McMillan. McMillan trying to find some room. Up top, he fires a hard shot again. Goes high, takes a hit to make the play. Comes back at the old captain. Goes back at him again as the rookie for the Warriors not backing down from the captain of the Wolves. And here's the Wolves still with it. They look to set up. And it's Hollett. Josh Hollett looking for some room. A little sidestep now. Looking to hand it off. And he does get it to Waite. He tries to get that shot through. Misses on the short side. Rebound. Going to have to be quick. And we're going to get another penalty in behind the play as the Warriors had picked up that loose ball heading back the other way. I believe it's going to be a high stick, and it is high stick call. It's going to go to number 25, Logan Harrod. So after scoring on the last power play, Wolves again on the power play. 6:25 gone here in the second. Wolves looking to add to their lead as they set up here on the outside. They look to engage the offense. Quick pass. Monroe can't get the shot off. Up top. Hollett looks to shoot. He tries to go low. Hattie with the save. Rebound comes all the way back. Hollett's able to find it. No back over as it went off the goaltender. 25 seconds on the shot clock. A minute 25 in the power play. On the other side, Wheatley with the shot. And this save as Hattie makes another save. Gobbles up the rebound. He's going to hand it off. Quick pass now on the far side. Warriors looking to set something up. Off the wall now, back up top. Morash looking to waste as much time as possible. 10 seconds to go in their shot clock. Under a minute to go in the power play. Morash looking for some room. He fires that shot, and he scores! Caught Malcolm off his post, maybe just by a bit. Short-handed marker. As number 14, Zach Morash, turns the jets on, flies there on that far side, takes it in. You can see here, he's just holding, then he steps and fires one, and just down in the feet of the Wolves goaltender. I think that's one that Malcolm might want back. Either way, Warriors will take it. Short-handed marker, still 52 seconds for the Wolves to work with here on the power play, looking to get that one back. Either way, Warriors on the board. It's 3-1, and what a face-off there. He pulled them right over, and the Warriors have it. And they're going to hold on to it. Now shooting one again, he's scoring! So feeling the momentum, the Warriors, this time is Cale McLennan, number 16. So after that big face-off win, McLennan comes down, and this time on the opposite side of Malcolm, fires one home. So just like that, two short-handed markers for the Warriors, and they're making this a one-goal game. You can see him here. Just turns it on and fires that one again down low. I think the scouting report might be out. See what the Warriors, when they get a chance, are doing. Maybe Wheatley having that conversation maybe with the official off that last draw. Either way, 3-2. Goals coming quickly here for the Warriors in the second. Still 39 seconds to go on the power play. Here's a 2-on-1 for the Wolves, looking to get one of these back. They move it over quickly, and they do, as Puma to Wheatley to the back of the net. Power play goal here for the Wolves. And they get one of the two back, as you see here. Here's Puma, looks like he might shoot, hands it off. And there's Wheatley making no mistake, as the two veterans for the Wolves coming together, putting that one home. Try to keep up the last minute, 3 goals. Making it 4-2 now. Still, as another power play, as another face-off, as Hall hits the deck again. At the balls. And it's going to be a turnover of possession as it went back into the crease. So Warriors will retain here. So after they scored 2 short-handed, Wolves get one of them back. But now here's the Warriors are trying to fire that one towards the goal. Was Giles, but the rebound's picked up by the Warriors. Back up top, Giles quickly over. Morash. As the shot clock, I was taking a quick look back there, but they were all fresh. And another one picked up. They win the scrum. Looking for Giles as he tried to go right down Main Street. Couldn't quite connect with that pass, and a big battle. But a loose ball is going to be picked up by Puma. The Wolves captain trying to find some room. And he's got to fly that one up. If not, he's going to run out of time. Now loose ball. Right here at center, just avoiding a collision. Walking up here now, it's going to be McLennan. Trying to walk in, trying to find some room. He gets taken down. And then he also steps in the crease, so turnover, Wolves ball. And going to bring this one up himself. It's going to be Murphy. Nolan Murphy. They're just getting caught up with the goal announcements here now, as there is many of them quickly. Now it's Monroe. Kyler Monroe having a look, hands it off McKay. Maybe back to Monroe. It is Monroe trying to get open, fires one, does get through. Hattie with the save, but can't hold on to a little bit of backspin. And Monroe is going to put that one, as everybody had to pause for a minute as he watched it roll over the line. So just after Mi'kmaq gets 2 short-handed, making it 1 goal, the Wolves come right back with 2 of their own. You can see here as the shot is taken, and there's the shot here. Just wait long enough, and it just rolls by the feet of the Warriors goaltender. So Wolves back with their 3-goal lead that they had here earlier in the second. 5-2 now. That came at the 9:20 mark here of the second. This time, the face-off is controlled by the Wolves, and there's a quick up. There's McCarron, and he scores! As a quick pass up, number 10, Matt McCarron, does get the hat trick as he started the game with the 2 goals. So if you like goals, the second period is definitely bringing them. as it was 2-0 coming into the second. We're not even halfway through. So McCarran gets the hat trick as the face-off win for the Wolves. As you can see there on the replay, quick ball movement as they headman it, and then makes no mistake as they get in alone. Here's another face-off again. This guy's picked up again. A big hit there, but Mont goes right through it. As Leo Mont gonna wait for the offense to come on. Now he hands it off to McCarran, just scored moments ago. They go back and forth, a little trickery near it. They try to fake who has the ball. McCarran still did. Wheatley to Holland! And he can't quite get it home there. Just getting a piece of that is Hattie. And they try to go low blocker side. Up top now, Wheatley. Monroe trying to get his way through. He gets taken down, but the referee's arms up. Malcolm heads to the bench. Extra attacker looks to come out for the Wolves in the power play, but they don't gonna get it because Josh Holland puts one home on the delayed penalty as Holland finds some room there. And another goal by the Wolves, making it 7-2. We're gonna get a quick timeout. I'm gonna need it for my breath as well. This time for our media timeout for the second frame. That's going to be brought to you by Next Level U Sport Athlete Recruiting. We'll take a quick pause here, but right back for the rest of the second period. And just like that, we're back. And of course, we always want to thank our sponsors. Couldn't bring this broadcast to without them. And of course, we want to shout out to as well. We have two new ones that just joined on for this season: Connaught Resources and NAB Automotive. Thank you to both of them for jumping on board and supporting your Junior A Sport Wheels Wolves. And they're even in for a treat here for this game. And again, like we mentioned earlier, great crowd here on a Tuesday evening. We do our best to bring you the live broadcast, but of course, the best place to be here is in person. We might get a chance to see it here now, but that pass is picked off as Wheatley steps in front. He fires one the whole length of the court, and that's going to go off the backboards and up into the netting, and that one's going to stay up there. And sometimes there's a collection of balls and pucks up in the netting in the ceiling. So that one goes up out of play off the Wolves. Warriors will bring it back the other way. Looking to set up now. Up top. Trying to find some room on the inside here. Number 9 for the Warriors. Looking for the room. Going to hand that off to Morash. Morash quickly here to McMillan. McMillan on that short side. He's trying to find some room. Looks for it. And squeezing the pads just enough as Malcolm to not let that through. And that ball is going to go up in the netting out of play, but it's deflected off the Warriors. So say Wolves possession. Now it's quickly moved up. And it's Waite. Going to hand off now to Hollett. Hollett looking for some room. The old back pedal, able to stay on his feet. Looking to give it back to Waite. Couldn't quite find the handle. Warriors looking for it. Getting worked over along the boards. Referee's arms up now. And hooking them by the head. Now standing over top of him. We haven't seen too much rough stuff in this one here, but that may change now with the score, and still lots of lacrosse left here to be played. I believe the first penalty was going against the Warriors. We'll see if there's extras here. As we're heading to the box here now, and the players still having a conversation on the way to the respective penalty box area. It's going to be number 5 for the Warriors, Alex Blanchard, and number 19 for the Wolves, Cameron Waite. As we look for the signals from the referee, it's a cross-check call. I believe I was down on the floor. As we're looking up on the clock here now. So there is 5 minutes up on the board to the Wolves player. 2 minutes up there for the Warriors. We'll have to listen in for the actual calls because couldn't quite see it as we had the referee's backside up here in the booth. Either way, we'll have 4-on-4 here for 2 minutes. Then the Warriors will have a 3-minute power play as they go back to announce Hollett's goal. That was unassisted. As McMillan trying to get free there, the top of the crease. Couldn't quite get the shot off. 10 seconds to go on the shot clock. McMillan again, way up top, trying to get one through. He does, and gets it on Malcolm. Malcolm gets down low, gets the arm on it. And another in the crease by the Wolves, so Warriors will take over. Yeah, remember, it's 4-on-4. McMillan, little pass up to Giles, and he can't get it. The two Sackville boys for the Warriors can't make it happen. It quickly right back the other way, 2-on-1, and going to keep and shoot is going to be Centropia, but he can't beat Hattie, and here comes the Warriors quickly back the other way. Trying to find some room on that short side. McLennan gets taken down. It's a sea of blue in front of him as all four Wolves come together, but they can't find the loose ball. There's a hand up top. Another player gets taken down hard. And slow to get up. He's going to head away to the bench. That's number 16, McLennan. And a shot there from Ferguson. He's trying to get ahead of the shot clock. Well, it's blocked, so the shot clock does go. We'll keep an eye on number 16 for the Warriors as he's slow on the bench here. Of course, we don't want to see anybody injured on either side. Good to see some good hard play, but never want to see anybody get injured as the Wolves will look to set up here. 16 seconds on the power. Here's the penalty calls here. We're going to listen in. So it's a 5-minute high sticking call. And 2-minute illegal cross check to the Warriors as there's only 15 seconds left in that that penalty. Will have a 3-minute power play. Approaching 6.5 to go here in the second. Warriors, they scored two short-handed. Maybe they see if they can get a couple here on that 5-minute major as they head with a 1-goal game. And there's the shot we just talked about. And it's number 14, Zach Morash. And just as the penalty expired for his team, so it will be a power play marker, and they'll stay on the power play as it was a 5-minute major. So still all you can eat for the Warriors, even though the Wolves came right back hard and scored a bunch after the Warriors put 2 on the board. Maybe an opportunity here now to get a couple more. And you can see there now that McLennan is heading to the locker room as the trainer is going to give him a little check over. He's slow going. He was taken down hard there just at the top of the crease. 6:26 to go here, second period. Power play marker for the Warriors. As I was going to say, they only had 4 on the floor. Now they get the extra player out. And we'll bring it to center. These center draws have been fun to watch. There's been some major battles. And the Warriors going to come up that one. And it's going to be Morash again as he just scored moments ago. Looking for some more here now. Going to hand it off to McMillan. McMillan, Ferguson. They go around the outside now, the Warriors. McMillan and Holling get the assist markers there on Morash goal. Looking to set up. There's that long shot from McMillan. Saves made. New shot clock. Warriors find the rebound. McMillan again. Has a look. Warriors keeping on the outside. Trying to set something up as they wheel it around. Quick pass there. McMillan grabs it off the boards. 12 seconds to go on the shot clock. Hands off to Giles. He takes a shot. And Malcolm with another save. And he's going to send it out the floor. And he does make a great pass. Partial 2-on-0 here. Mont trying to get free. And looked maybe to hand it back. Got a little bit too tight. Didn't get the shot up. But now has the loose ball. As Mont with it. And now he forces a penalty. As the referee has his arm up. They look to kill some time here. Goalie heads to the bench for the Wolves. McCarron has it. Only 5 seconds on the shot clock, though. McCarron trying to get through, but kind of run out of time, but they will retain possession as the penalty is going to go against the Warriors. I believe it's a slash call. And it's going to go against number 88, Jack McMillan. 2 minutes for slashing, so we'll be back to 4-on-4 for minute 28. Then the Wolves will have a quick 32-second power play. We'll see now what these two squads can do 4-on-4. That shot from up top misses the intended target, and then going all the way from the other end and coming down shooting, and there's Malcolm just getting enough of it, but flying up the floor was Marshall Brown, number 21, and got a chance in tight. Remember, it's still 4-on-4 here. Another minute to go. Wheatley. Ty Wheatley looking to set up. He tries to cut back in. Now he goes cross. Hollett tries to go down low and just getting enough of it is Hattie. And just even try to go low between the legs. There was some room there, but Hattie gets enough of it, and he moves it up quickly. And it's Hussey. Loses the handle, but coming off the bench with some speed. Trying to find it there is Morash. He comes down trying to go on the attack here. The Wolves able to get up over in half in time. It's Puma. Waits for the offense to come on. 20 seconds to go here, 4-on-4. And he said the Wolves will head in a quick power play. Here's Hollett. Hollett quickly over far side. Santerpia fires a shot, misses, gets it right back to him though. There's another one. And this one's going to go up into the ceiling and out of play. 5 seconds, 4-on-4. Warriors will be short-handed now. They have possession. They can almost pretty well hold it to kill off the rest of the penalty. Morash, like he did earlier, he came off that wall. This time trying to come down to the middle, hands it off to the far side. Only 5 seconds to go on the shot clock, but Wolves going to pick up a loose ball from the corner. They're going to have to go quickly, want to take advantage of any part of this power play. And flying up the floor is Hardy. He hands it off. Quick pass, and right on the doorstep, back door. But can't put that one home is Kennedy. Penalty over, back to 5-on-5, 10 seconds to go. The shot clock moves over. McKay, he's going to fire one, and Pete puts it upstairs, and he scores. Up over the shoulder, short side. Jack McKay fires one, makes this 8-3. You can see there on the replay, he gets it. He makes no mistake. Looks like the Warriors' own defender might have caused a little bit of a screen there either way. As this second period has been nothing but goals for both teams with 2:42 to go. Wolves have a 5-goal spread. Shots on goal 36-25 here so far, also in favor of the Wolves. There's something on the floor there that the official's going to pick up so nobody slips on. Now they get ready for the draw. Trying to find it. Both these players battling hard. Does come loose. This one's picked up by the Warriors, and it's going to be Morash again. Morash. As we know in this game, a couple goals either way can change anything. There's still lots of time left. As this second period will show you. There's McMillan trying to come off with it, and just loses the handle of it. Falls on the basket. 6 seconds to go on the shot clock. And Puma's going to pick that off. So he looks to bring it up the other way. Slows it down a little bit. Now hands off to Hollett, fresh off the bench. Josh Hollett waits for the rest of the recruits. Now back up top to Wheatley. Wheatley. Santerpia. Now Hollett. Over to Waite. Waite with 7 seconds on the shot clock. Up top. Santerpia shoots. He scores. As flying through the top of the crease, as quickly as it's in his stick, it's out of his stick. Little bounce through the legs on the floor. And the Wolves add to their lead now 9-3. It's a nice little quick ball movement As you see there quickly with the replay, he gets that pass right there, reaches up for it, then goes down low. With 1:42 to go now here in the second, 9-3 is our score. Has another draw. This one's going to go into the Wolves zone. Picked up by Mont. Mont going to head through the other way. If you get a little chuckle there as Hall ran into the official. If you listen for the goal announcement. Up the other day, quick pass over. Only 2 seconds on the shot clock. They do get on target, but Hattie there with the save. Rebound picked up by the Warriors. We did the last one to play here in the second. And Pumas almost picked off that pass. The Warriors pick it back up. Giles. So Waite and Hollick in the assist marker on the Wolves' last goal. And here comes the Wolves trying to bring it back up. And it's going to be Hardy, who's called up for tonight's game. Number 14, Roden Hardy. Hands it off. Now it's Hollett. 10 seconds to go on the shot clock. Doesn't make contact. Now from the other side, this one does hit the target, but Hardy with the save. Gobbles out the rebound. Looking to move it quick, trying to fly one up there. He likes to hand off. But quickly on that are the Wolves, and here's McKay. McKay trying to go back the other way, and the Hardy stays with them. Some quick hands there from McKay. Now another one, now it's Monroe. We know he got quick hands as well. There's the pass, and as the horn goes, it's going to be after the horn. As Hall thought he might have had one, but it's going to be after the horn goes to end the second. And what a second period it was. Goals coming fast and furious. As we had, I believe, was that 10 goals in total in the second between the two teams. Shots on goal 39-25 and scored 9-3, all in favor of the Wolves. We're going to take a short break here. We're going to have another interview between the intermission, and this time we're going to have number 23, Ty Wheatley, and we'll be there in a moment. We'll see you, buddy, for the intermission. And welcome back, everyone. Second period intermission. This time we have the assistant captain, number 23, Ty Wheatley, who's a seasoned veteran here, many years with the Wolves. After that second period, a lot of goals after being 2-0 from the first to the second. Quite the offensive display for that second period. But tell us a little bit about yourself, you know, how long you've been playing, where you're playing, maybe some future goals. And of course, last year winning the championship, coming back with a pretty great squad for this season. Just fill us in a little bit how you're feeling going in this season and just, you know, a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, sure. So I grew up in Halifax. I played for the Rebels. And then once they folded, I came over to Sackville. So been at Sackville for the last 8 years. Best 8 years of my life. These guys are awesome, family. Everyone loves lacrosse here, huge lacrosse city. I went to prep school in New Hampshire for 3 years, played lacrosse there, came back here every summer to play junior. And, you know, I'd be like a month late. They'd accept me. It was awesome. That was great. And now I'm at Queen's University playing lacrosse there. Obviously still playing here. It's my last year here. And, yeah, this team, you know, we won last year. We came back with a lot of the same players, so we're hoping to do the same again, obviously. Off to a rough start, but, you know, hopefully we're turning it around. We're having a good game, good period. So, you know, we see some confidence. We got some new guys. Hopefully get some new scorers. You know, defenders going up on the offense. That's awesome. Like, we love that. We love having fun. Yeah, you know, we're trying to run it back, and hopefully it's our turning point right here.
Well, like you said, you mentioned it. You're not really showing your record because the games are so close. Even when you won your first game here at home, it was a close battle. There's a couple losses. There were 1-2 goal games. Now tonight, the offense have really taken off. So it's great to see. You go away again for a few more weeks, so hopefully we'll have you back home. The record will look a lot better, and we're looking forward to maybe bringing the ship back home again this season.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. The league's awesome this year. There's no free games like it has been in the past. A lot of great players, so it's very interesting. But yeah, awesome.
Well, thank you again for your time. Looking forward to watching here in the third period.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Good?
Awesome, Mike. Great. And just like that, we are back. Third period action just getting ready to get on the way. And after that second period, who knows what these two squads will come. Score 9-3. They had shots on goal 39-25. All in favor of the Wolves as the offense have definitely taken over there in that second period. Like I said, it was 3-2 at one time as the Wolves had started out 3-0. And then Mi'kmaq scored two shorthanded. I thought it would be a different game, but the Wolves came right back and just blew this game open. Of course, this third period brought to you by Seafort. And as we always mention, these games without our sponsors wouldn't be possible. We can't thank them enough. Next Level U, Sport at the recruiting, Connaught Resources, Seafort, and NAB Automotive. Of course, Connaught and NAB Automotive jumping on board here, and we appreciate it. And with the drop and the whistle, we are on the way here, third period. Right out that period, flying in off that draw was Morash. We've seen that a lot there in the second. And you couldn't quite get that one as Malcolm had to be ready quick and early to start this third, but he's able to keep him at bay. Now here comes the Wolves back the other way. And trying for a little quick pass in there. Trying to get him one there was McKay to Wheatley. He had a great talk with Wheatley there in the intermission between the second and third. And got to hear all about his lacrosse career and what he's got looking forward to. And, of course, the championship big win last season for the Wolves, which was their 50th season as well. So everything came together. We're in for a great season this year. One thing that Wheatley had mentioned, which was great to point out, I really believe this season, a little different than last season, the teams are really close. But right here comes Puma as I'm talking, flying down the floor on the break, fires one. And I don't know if Hattie knew where it was, but he got just enough. And I think maybe a piece of the post there as well, as Puma showing the speed of the Puma that time, flying up the floor. I couldn't get it by the Warriors goaltender, but I was saying the parity for these teams this year. I think they're going to have a lot more close battles and some great lacrosse, and we can't wait to bring it to you. There's Puma again, a second time on the same shift coming up. This time getting back and knocking that out. On the back check was the Warriors, not allowing Puma to get that shot through. And a battle here right in front of the bench, trying to knock him back over. And a nice play by the Warriors. They keep that on. And then a chance that he knocks it over. This time the Wolves going to pick it up. And maybe a chance here, having a quick look up. Well, it's going to be slip. But he elects to say, I play defense. I'm going to give that off to the offense. As he hands off to Kennedy. Kennedy, Nolan Kennedy, moves over to McCarron. Matt McCarron now to Hollett. Say that a lot as Hollett likes to shoot and scores. Josh Hollett making it look easy as he fires that with a little sidearm action. 2:04 here into the third. The Wolves add to their lead now as they're putting their 10th marker up on the squad. You can see there, and you see Hollett using the defender and kind of fired it around him and firing that one home. So the Wolves now double digits. We'll bring it back to center. There's that battle again. I've been watching all evening between, who was it there, between that Cameron Bradbury and Alex Hall, the Wolves. They've been fun to watch on every face-off, and they've been battling hard. The Wolves come up with this one. Now on that far side, McCarron trying to find it. Looking for some room, trying to walking from the crease and scores. Walks in and just tiptoes on top of the crease, not to step inside. So right after Hollett scores one, it's going to be McCarron's turn to score another. That'll be his fourth of tonight's affair. And the onslaught is on here now for the Wolves as they make it 11-3. We'll bring that back to center. Again, another tough face. I think you see them going at it. Watch the 74-24. Watch them all night. Referee letting that one go. Wolves have it. Wheatley fakes the handoff. Now gets it to McCarron. McCarron scoring moments ago. Hollett with it. as they announce Hollett's goal here. And McCarron with another shot. But Warriors gonna get that rebound. Hollett back on the back check, trying to knock that. Can't quite find now. Now they look to set up. Warriors on the far side. They announce the other goal. And Wheatley getting the assist marker. It's a loose ball, and Centropia looking to chase that down. He has Mott on the back door, trying to get that quickly, but just getting a stick on that one in time is McMillan. If not, that pass out front would have came through, but McMillan just gets a piece of it. Warriors hold on to possession as they bring it back into the offensive side of the floor. But an errant pass goes off the stick and it's going to be picked up by Puma. Puma the other way, partial 2-on-1. Puma over to Mont. Mont walks in, fires one, and there's Hattie. And hats off to Hattie for staying in this, especially the score being what it is. It could be actually a lot worse. He's made a lot of big saves for the Warriors here this evening. They look to move things around now. Wolves, 4 minutes gone here in the third. Up top, over to Wheatley. Wheatley trying to get free. He's going to go back to McCarron, fresh off the bench. Just sidesteps a check there and loses the shoe. As flying into them there was Blanchard as McCarron, with a big little chuckle there as he heads back to the bench. And there's going to be Warriors balls. The referee goes back and picks up McCarron's shoe. See that a lot in the basketball as well, as players will lose their foot apparel. Not sure how. I'd have to have mine tied super tight as he walks in and fires. That was a shot. There was Giles. But Malcolm gets a piece of that. Now he gets freaked in. And McMillan sticking up for his buddy Giles. And now he's going to get called. I think it might be 2 penalties coming up here. As it looks like Nolan Murphy, number 21 for the Wolves, and number 88, Jack McMillan for the Warriors. Just trying to see here the signals from the referee on the calls here. I think it's going to be 2 each. It's going to be an unsportsmanlike to McMillan, and I've known Jack McMillan since he's 5 years old. He's probably been getting that penalty since he's 5 years old, between on the ice and here on the floor with lacrosse. Love that family. Either way, 2 minutes each up on the clock. So we'll have 4-on-4 lacrosse here as we look to set up. And it's going to be the Wolves. McKay going to walk in, fakes the pass off, takes the shot. Hattie with the save, but Hollett grabs the rebound on the far side. Lots of room here. Hollett with the move. He tries a shot short side. That's going to miss everything. And then up in the netting and out of play. Warriors will train him. With the door open there, had to be careful as McCarron was looking to send somebody into the bench. They're all tied up here now at center. He gets split up. McCarron's shoes stayed on this time, but he's able to head his way back to the benches. Giles gets his stick knocked out of his hand. Play is going to continue now as hitting the floor with Centropia when it looked like he slipped. Some conversations happening now. You start seeing a little more rough stuff, I believe, as the score is kind of a little bit lopsided here, but the Warriors staying with it. Look for a pass out front. Can't quite connect. Rebound picked up along the boards. Trying to spin off now is Waite. Waite gets over. Oh, no, I thought it was 19. Sorry, that's Piper, number 18. As Corey Piper loses the handle there along the boards. Warriors pick it up. Morrish back the other way. As they announce the penalty calls. Warriors here, 4-on-4, still for another 45 seconds. Looking to set up now. Trying to sneak a shot through on that far side. That's going to miss the goal. Come all the way down the other way. Wolves will take over possession. And the loose ball was down one end. They're going to play from that the other one. Here comes Wheatley. Wheatley now hands it off to Monroe. Monroe has a look. He's got a fire shot. That hits a body in front. Oh, careful there. That could have been dangerous as Wheatley went up high to pick up the loose ball. Gets taken down. We'll see what the call is going to be here. Willie, like it was just away from the boards enough, and he's up quickly and okay. But heading to the box here is going to be number 5 from the cross check. So Alex Blanchard in the box, 2 minutes up on the clock. Referee having a chat there with Wheatley at center. So 4-on-3 here for 15 seconds. Then it would be 5-on-4 power play either way for the Wolves. And they try to go backdoor for McCarron. He's got 4 here this evening, looking for another one. Now Hollett, McCarron. Back door, Monroe holds, waits, look for an opening, gets back to McCarron. McCarron shoots, and somehow Hattie able to get back over to make that save. Now again, this time on the other side, as Hattie is going post to post. This time the save on Monroe. As looking to shake off that one there, as bringing the ball back up was Brown, and he's able to hold on. 5-on-4 now, minute 20 power play for the Wolves. Remember, back in the second, the Warriors scored 2 shorthanded. We're going to look for some more of that magic here as we just over 7 minutes gone here in the third. There's McMillan, fresh out of the box from earlier. And it's going to, he tried to get that shot on that far side, but it's going to stay Warriors ball. Holland from the corner. Goes up top now, Morash. Zach Morash. Looking for some room here. Remember, they're short-handed. Shot clock's 15 seconds. Warriors killing as much time off as they can. Morash still with it. Morash has a look, trying to go back the other way, and hopping up there trying to find that. But couldn't quite come down with it. Now Morash just at the horn, just firing one, swiping at it, trying to get one on goal. Doesn't make contact. Shot clock violation. Wolves take over. Now they'll look to set their power play up. 25 seconds to go in that power play. As McKay. Up top for Wheatley. Now over to McCarron. McCarron and Wheatley go back and forth. Now McKay. Monroe from behind the goal. Trying to find somebody open. Sees McCarron. Back to McKay. McKay fires one. He scored one earlier. This time Hattie stays with it. Makes a shoulder save. Rebound. Both teams looking for it. And we see a whistle call. I can hear the bench. I was waiting in. I thought I heard the first whistle. And I think there's got to be a penalty. It's going to go against the Wolves. You can see the Warriors bench. They were screaming. And it's unsportsmanlike. I believe because he took the shot after the whistle for the in-the-crease violation. And now some words being exchanged between Monroe and the Warriors bench. But he's going to head to the box on the unsportsmanlike call. So another power play for the Warriors as the other one expired. So fresh 2 minutes up on the clock. Warriors looking to set up. Up top, far side. McMillan hands it off. Looking to get it back, gets it. Looking to shot, fires one up, and nice save there. You could hear it. All that upper body gear on Malcolm went off him out of play, so saves Warriors ball. As McMillan has a lot of shots here tonight for the Warriors. Hasn't been able to score one yet. I know he'd like to get one here in his old barn. There's another shot from Ced McMillan. Malcolm there again, and down. He's making all kinds of saves. And a loose ball off the boards, picked up. Warriors looking to pick it up. And they're going to say he stepped in the crease. Argument from the Warriors to no avail, as in the crease violation, the Centropia takes a bump and then loses the handle and looks to the heavens as he can't believe he dropped that one there. Meant to go in the power play. Warriors bring it right quickly back the other way. Here's McMillan. He's going to hand it off. Ferguson moves it quickly over. Looking to set up now. 46 seconds to go on the power play as they go around the outside of the circle. Now looking to walk in is McMillan. That shot's going to miss wide. Had to go quick. Only 5 seconds to go. The shot clock from way out. And going to hit him right in the logo with Morash. And then rebound is going to be picked up by the Warriors. So now fresh shot clock. 30 seconds on the power play remaining. They move it around. Ferguson. Morash shoots. And that shot's going to miss. But they got pick up another loose ball. Only 12 seconds to hand it off. Up top. Morash trying to find it. Does get it back. 5 seconds. And he loses the handle. He's going to have to go quick as he retreats back. He's going to turn and fire. And does hit the goaltender. And rebounds picked up by the Wolves as the penalty expires. Back to 5-on-5. Leo Mont going to bring the ball back up. Takes it down deep in the corner. Now he hands it off to McKay. Jack McKay to Wait. Now Kennedy. Nolan Kennedy going to use that pick. Rolls it off. Walks right up. Fires one. Misses on the short side. McKay picked up the rebound. Walks in. He's going to get one. He gets one. And Hattie gets a piece of it. Rebounds loose. Ball's rolling on the floor. Both teams battle for it. And Warriors able to find it. Back there on the forecheck, though. The Wolves looking for it. Mont able to find it as he stepped in on the forecheck, not letting the Warriors get back over half. Wolves take over. And here's McKay as he lost a footing there trying to make that pass. But looking to pick it up there is Hollett, still loose. And now the Warriors able to find it. And they're going to try to hustle to get the offense back on. And now the referee's arms up. Warriors goalie heading to the bench. Extra attacker on for Mi'kmaq as they look to try to set up 6-on-5. Here's Holland. Hands it off to McMillan. McMillan with another shot from way out. And Malcolm able to make the save. Makes the save. And we finally get a whistle here after the halfway mark of the third. And, of course, this one for our media timeout brought to you by Seafort. We're going to take a short, quick 1-minute break and be right back for the action. And just like that, quick media timeout. More importantly, a good timeout for the goaltenders to get some water. And both of them, even though the shot's now 49-32 in favor of the Wolves, both of them need it. There's been great action at both ends. So here on the power play, as Josh Hollett is in the box for two. Slashing's the call. So Warriors back on the power play, looking to set up. Here's Morash. He's over to McMillan. McMillan now down low for Giles. McMillan elects not to shoot. Now he hands over. There comes a shot. That's going to be blocked in front. Rebound off the wall. He picked up by Hall. Big collision here now. He's trying to work his way through his Hall. And he still has the ball. Bringing it all the way up himself. And he's rolling off checks. And this time being taken to the ground by Giles as he finds it. And you can see there now the appreciation on both sides. But number 24, Alex Hall, has a one-man wrecking ball coming up the floor with the ball, just lowering the shoulder, trying to work his way up. Now they move it around. Warriors still with 55 seconds to go in the power play. Morash looking for a shot, takes it, and gets Malcolm right in the old logo, but looking to pick the rebound up now off the boards. And it is Morash again. Over to McMillan. Giles down low. McMillan. They look to set up. McMillan up top. Ferguson elects not to shoot. As we get 16 seconds on the shot clock, 30 seconds to go in the power play. A little behind the back. McMillan steps up, fires one in the power play. But another save made by Malcolm. It's off him and out of play. Warriors retain. It's McMillan. And he hands that off there to Holland. Saves made again by Malcolm. And now with some speed, here comes Mont. He's going to put the brakes on. He's by himself. There would have been 1-on-2, short-handed. He waits for the penalty to expire. Mont from the corner, penalized player back on the floor. And trying to reach back for that was Kennedy. And now we're going to get it back over as the pass a little bit off. Turnover. 6:12 to go here in the third. The whistle goes. Warriors will look to set up again the offense. Had a couple chances there on the power play. I don't know if he's moving in. This time, flying in there on the rush was McMillan. He fires a shot. That misses everything, and it comes all the way down the other end. Wheatley trying to chase that down. As Connor Hattie came out to play that one. Got there before Wheatley did. Now the Warriors back in the offensive zone. Looking to set up. Griffin Giles going to hand that off. Trying to get free. Everybody trying to find it. It's McMillan firing another shot. A little off target again, but rebound from Menornu. Couldn't quite get that one on target as well. That's going to go all the way down the other end as well. So another back over possession turnover. Wolves take over. 5:20 to go in the third. Not as much scoring here in the third as it was in that second frame, as Wheatley maybe looking to change that as he hands it off. Wait to Kennedy. Kennedy trying to spin. He's going to go back up top for McKay. McKay loses the handle, but Wheatley steps in and helps that out. Wheatley with some room in that far side fires a shot, doesn't get through. Bouncing ball coming all the way down the other end. Shot clock goes. Turnover. Possession now to the Warriors. They'll take their time to set up in the corner. Up top now, Giles. From the corner. In the slot, Giles going to walk in. That shot doesn't get through. And Wolves able to find it. Going to give it to Hall. Alex Hall. Looked like he was going to go for a run there, but then going to slows things down. Hands it off to Monroe. Monroe, a little over the top. And fakes the pass. Now he hands it off to Monroe as players get taken to the boards as Monroe coming in now. They're going to battle in low as Monroe was all tied up there with Badbury. And the helmet goes flying. As number 74, Cameron Banbury, his night's going to be over as he kept the attack going along the boards. And Monroe was the target, and Kendi came in to help out as well. And Kendi, he's heading to the dressing room. So I looked down, his mom and sister had front row to that. So we'll see what the calls are going to be here, if there's going to be any extras or not. The game had been pretty clean up to this with 3:52 to go. As Monroe was trying to come off, and he already made the pass, but staying on him was Banbury staying with it. So the referee's having a long conversation over in front of the timekeeper. Nothing up on the board as of yet. I expected some of this maybe a little sooner, as the score was kind of a little bit lopsided. But both teams, I have to say, stayed pretty clean and just played lacrosse, which is great to see. You're going to see the coaches saying that they'll be looking at the cameras later on and going back and checking the action that happened along the boards. So we'll see here now. They pointed to the dressing room, but I believe they already went. They're trying to, some young fans down below in the tunnel as well. They're trying to make room. As the referees have their conversation, hopefully they'll let us know here shortly. Again, always a special shout out to our sponsors, Next Level U, Sports Athlete Recruiting, Connaught Resources, Seafort, and NAB Automotive. Thank you for sponsoring the Wolves this season. It's only the second home game for the squad. And they have another break as well. They're away for a few weeks, and they're back for a Sunday game and then back at home for a few. The season's quite short as it is in the lacrosse. But so far the action's been hot. The first game of the season they came up with the win. And then tonight looking like they're on the way to victory as well. We should mention that the standings, St. Margaret's sitting in first right now with 3-1, and then St. John's in second, 2-1. So the Rebels with 1 game in hand. Then the Hurricanes 2-2, the Bandits 2-2. Wolves should move to 2-3, and the Warriors will be 1-3 after tonight's game. So as you can see, all the games, like I said, even with the losses that the Wolves had, they're the last 3 have been 1 and 2 goal affairs. So we're in for a great season. 5 minutes up on the board now for number 74, Cameron Bardberry. Trying to listen in to Wheatley now as he tells the Sackville coach what the referee told him. So going to go into the box. It's going to be Ferguson to serve the 5. And like I said, I've seen Nolan Kennedy. He's up here in the bleachers as well without his gear. So he was sent. He must have been maybe a 10-minute misconduct. Either way, we'll wait for the official call from the timekeeper. Either way, 5 minutes up on the clock, 3:52 remaining here in the third. So a 5-minute major power play here for the Wolves. And they can score as many as you want in the 5 minutes. That they maybe look to set up as they swing it around the outside. Wait to Monroe, who was involved to start that scuffle as he took the brunt of it. And Wolves able to knock the Warrior right back into the crease, so they'll take back over on possession. They look to swing it again on the outside. They're going to try to use up the shot clock, try to wind this game down. 16 seconds ago and said shot clock. Up top, here's Monroe looking for a screen. Gets a shot. There's Hattie, stays with it. And that's shot number 50 as we're going to listen into the penalties.
5 minutes for roughing, 5 minutes for face mask, and a 10-minute game misconduct.
5 minutes roughing, 5-minute face mask, and 10-minute misconduct.
5 minutes for roughing and a 10-minute game misconduct.
And 5 and 10 to Kennedy. So lots of minutes towards the end of the game up in the penalty clock. 2:40 to go here now as the shot clock expires there on the Warriors, and the Wolves will take over. They'll bring it back the other way. Looking to set up. Going the through there. And looking in on the Wolves bench, if you have an injured player trying to, as they're looking at him going through the tunnel as the trainer attends to him. We'll keep an eye on that. Not sure who it is as of yet, but they got him just underneath us there as the play goes the other way. Another one out of play as we approach a 2-minute warning here now in the third. 3:05 remaining in the major. Slowing things down. And it was number 4, Carter Monroe. So, and the Flames are looking down low. Monroe is up, but more importantly for him, his teammates score. And it's going to be a power play marker with 1:36 to go. And to try to get things all set up, we'll go back and watch the replay. I can see there. Didn't do much on the with that one, but this far through. We'll wait for the official goal call either way. Putting the 12 spot up on the board now with minute 36, 12-3. And Wolves will continue on the power play for the rest of the game. I believe Monroe, as I look down now, right off that faceoff again. This one was tied up. This one was Hall all tied up with Blanchard, but it looks like Monroe just cramped up as they're working on the back of the legs. I was a little worried it might have been something a little more serious, but it might just be cramps. But back quickly the other way. Here comes the Warriors on that missed shot as Brown, as he's done all evening, gets at it. He brings it up with some speed, but now gets taken to the boards. Loose ball. And it's going to say Warriors ball as the player was hit without possession. We approach the last minute of play here.
1 minute remaining in the third period. 1 minute.
On that far side. And it was Cameron Waite, number 19, with the 12th goal for the Wolves. As they're down only 7 seconds on the shot clock. McMillan fire one from way out, but Malcolm not fooled with that one. Makes a save, gobbles up the rebound, hands it off to Mott. Mott going to bring it up. He hands it off now to McKay. I think he's going to just hold it with 20 seconds on the shot clock, 30 seconds left on the game clock. Should say at the end of tonight's game, we're going to have a quick interview with one of the Wolves coaches as well. As clock ticks down here, their shot clock's going to go. Warriors will take over here with 10 seconds. They'll bring it over half, and I'm pretty sure they're just going to hold it as well. We'll let the crowd take this one home. So the Wolves come back home to the Den, and they bring home the victory. Final score, 12-3. Final shots on goal, 51-37. As it was 2-0 after the first. And then the second totally blew it wide open. We got a couple here in the third. Well, that'll do it for us here. Everybody here, Mike Elliott on the call. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. We'll watch the teams shake hands and we'll get set up and we'll talk to the coaching staff of the Wolves here and get some insight on the victory. I want to thank everybody again for watching. We'll see you in a few. Exciting game, big victory here for the Sport Wheel Sackville Wolves. And now we got one of the coaches here, Mark Seward, here going to tell us about his playing career and, of course, insights for this season. Last season coming up with a big championship. And, of course, this exciting game where the offense just totally came out, and especially, like I said earlier to the players, your guys' record really doesn't show what it could be. There's so many close games with the losses. tonight really the offense took over, which is great to see. That was an exciting second period. Just your thoughts.
Yeah, no, it's nice to see our offense bring a little slump that we were in to start the year. I think sometimes that happens. The guys don't pick up their sticks for the whole off season, so it's definitely nice to see them get back to a rhythm, and I think carry that forward into our next few games here.
So what do you think changed? Expecting that first period, it's only 2-0, and then the explosion, especially when they came back with the 2 shorthanded goals, made it interesting for a moment, but you guys prevailed, got quickly them back, and then just kind of took it from there.
I think mainly it's a confidence thing. You see a couple drop, and then all of a sudden, the next few drop a lot easier. So I think that's a big part of it, and then just sticking to what we do best, right?
Now, being the defending champs and seeing looks like the parity for the league this year, it's looking like all the teams could win or lose any game. And of course, you guys being the top from winning it all last year, everybody wants to take down the top dog. So what are you guys' plans for the rest of the season?
Just keep working, right? So keep trying to get better every game. Just keep working.
Well, you're on the road again for the next few weeks. Hopefully we'll have a little better record. Come back home. We'll see you next game.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate the time.
Thank you.
Take care. Thank you.
Ready. Clear.